Okay guys, welcome back. Okay, welcome back. We are going to do Three Bears Boogie today. Do you guys remember that one? Yeah, I know we did it once before, but Mrs. Wall does not have a library of things here, so we are going to remember and do it again. This time, if we did it before, you were with us when we did it before, then you guys can help me sing it this time. Because you know my voice is a little, you know. Help me out here, guys. All right, here we go. Ready? Three Bears Boogie. We can read along too if you can follow the words. Okay? Here we go. Oops, I started too early. I like to start singing right away. Once upon a time in this bebop story of mine, there was a papa bear, a mama bear, little tiny baby bear. Porridge is like oatmeal, okay? Three bears lived in the forest. One morning they were making porridge. It's too hot, the baby bear cried. Let the porridge cool and take a walk outside. That sounds great, the other two replied. So off they went on their journey outside. The three brown grizzly bears had a nice talk while they were in the forest taking their walk. While they were gone, a little girl came. She had beautiful hair, Goldilocks was her name. On the big brown door she gave a knock knock. She walked right in because there was no lock. That wasn't very smart, was it? You don't walk in somewhere where there's not a lock on the door. She danced around, had herself a ball, just eating, rocking, and sleeping and all. She was having fun, she didn't care, and besides, no one was there. She was just dancing. Home, here they come. There's our word we were working on yesterday. See it? Have. Goes. Home came the three bears from the woods, ready to have some home-cooked goods. Something is wrong, said the baby bear. The three bears could tell someone was there. Aha, there's their porridge bowls. Someone's been eating my porridge, said the papa bear. Someone's been eating my porridge, said the mama bear. Bee-bop, bee-bop. In my bowl, there's nothing there. It's all gone. Someone's been sitting in my chair, said the papa bear. Someone's been sitting in my chair. Bee-bop, bee-bear. Someone has broken my favorite chair. Oh no. Well, they went upstairs to see what they could find. Goldilocks was sleeping all this time. She woke up and saw the bears, jumped out of bed and boogied out of there. Bye, said the papa bear. Bye, said the mama bear. Bee-bop, bee-bear, bye, said the papa bear. They never saw Goldilocks again. The three bears were happy and that's the end. Come on over. Come on over. They never saw her again. And I bet you her mommy scolded her. She got in big trouble, I bet you. Mom was probably wondering where she was at. Right? So this obviously is just a pretend story, right? But we would never, ever go into anybody's house if it was nobody was home, right? Knock on the door, nobody answers, and you leave, and you come back later, call and say, hey, where are you? I thought you were going to be home, right? We don't ever walk into anybody's house, of course not. So that's just a silly story, but it's kind of fun. Three bears and Goldilocks. All right, you guys ready to do some counting? I am. How about we count by ones, and we'll count, and we'll start with, let's say 63, okay? 63, and then we could use three fingers if we want to. 63, okay, we count by ones. We just put up one finger every time, right? So 63, what will come after 63? One more than that would be 64, then one more, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Woohoo! And it doesn't stop there, right? We start all over again. 101, 102, 103, 104, right? On and on and on and on until like a quadrillion, million, billion, something like that. All right, let's go do some, how about no? We'll count by 1 to 100 by fives. Okay, fives. Want to do it with our fingers today? Remember the fingers, you start at the bottom of your thumb. So you go 5, 10 is the top of your fingertip. 5, 10, then go down 15, up, 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 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and then go the other hand. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. How about by tens? You could use your fingers too, and each little fingertip is, you say 10, right? So it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We did it. Woo! All right, and we're going to practice these numbers. These are the biggies. Okay, so these are especially for all you kindergartners out there that are headed to first grade next year. You guys need to know these for sure. The rest of you, if you know them, it'll be big, big bonus for you when you start your kindergarten year off next year, okay? All right, so here we go. If it starts with a 7, you say 70, and then the number 1, 71. There's a good old 90, 72, 86, 66, 80, 70, 63, 84, 75, 88, 81, 78. I'm going to pause for a moment. We're looking at these and reading them, but if we didn't see the number and Mrs. Wall told you to write 78, you should be able to write down the number 78 by yourself. Okay, so this goes kind of for writing. So when you're looking at the number and saying the number, also be mindful of what it looks like, okay? So if I ask you to write 78, it's gonna look like this, 7 and then an 8. The 7 is on this side. Some people write them backwards, okay? So you have to start with a number over here, kind of like when you're reading, right? You read from this side over to that side. So 65, right? 6 and a 5. 62, 74, 82, 64, 89, 68, 76, 69, 77, 85, 73, 67, 61, 83, 87, and 79. Yeah, you guys got it. You're good. So what we're going to do is we are going to go over our number words and our color words, okay? And one of these days I'm going to mix them all up. But right now these are just the number words, okay? So that's the number word 3. And you should know these just like you know your sight words. 8, that's probably the hardest one because it sounds like A. It starts with an A, but it starts with an E-I, G-H. 8, this one's 9. Gotta be careful with that because it ends with the or. The R. 4, 7, 10. You could sound that one out. 1. That one's kind of tricky too because there should be a w, like that window card, but it starts actually with an O. So you gotta know that one. 1. Then we have a 6. You could sound that one out. 2, 5. Okay? We're also gonna do our color words that just fell on the floor. So I'm gonna pick those up. Don't worry, I got them. All right, I got them. Here we go. Color words, okay? Blue, pink, brown, purple, green. Hey, that was on our circle map this morning, huh? Yellow, white, black. Look at that. You can sound that one out. Gray. There's another good word. Gray. Orange, red. You could sound that one out. Red. Okay? Color words and number words are really important to know, especially when you do your math time. Okay? Because they might be in some of your directions that your teacher gave you. All right, these here, I want you to see if you could just say the number of dots. Okay, they're the dot cards. Okay, you already saw that one, didn't you? Yeah, it's 4. You're right. So I'm just going to show it to you for a couple seconds, and then you should say what the number is, or see how fast you can say the number. Okay, so we got 4, 3, 2, 5, 6. That's a bigger one, huh? 6, 5, 2, 10, 3, 4. You guys are doing pretty good with those. All right, nice job. All right, today we're going to work on sorting still, right? We've been sorting all week. We've been sorting by shape, we've sorted by color, and we've sorted by size. Okay, today I'm going to put up some shapes up on the board here, and I want you to take a look at them and see and figure out how could we sort them today, okay? Okay, I'm ready for you guys. All right, so take a look, okay? I've got my shapes here, and I want you to take a look at it for a second, okay? And think, how do we sort these, okay? This week, remember, we've sorted by color. Can we do that today? No, we can't. Why? Yeah, because they're all the same color. So we can't sort them by color. Can we sort them by size? Like we did yesterday? No. Why? Yeah, you're right. They're all the same size, generally speaking, right? They're they're not different sizes. It's a different shape going on, I see. Oh, wait a minute. Could we sort them by shape? Hey, there you go. We could sort them by shape. So when we sort, remember, that just means that we kind of group them into those different groups or different sorting, what the rule is. And the sorting rule in this situation would have to be by shape. Okay, so let's see. Why don't we put the squares, we could put over on this side, and I could move the triangles to this side over here, move that one there, and then we could sort these, like you guys suggested, by, well, this one has to go over there too. This one can go on this side, and this side, and this side. So now we have them sorted by all of our squares are over here on this side, and our triangles are over here on this side. So we've sorted by shape. We couldn't sort by color because they were all brown, the same color. And we couldn't sort by size because they were basically all the same size. So we had to think, which way can I sort these? So today we had to sort by shape. That's the only way we could sort by today. Okay, excellent job. Okay, now in your homework, you're also going to do a little bit of graphing, okay? Your graph is going to look kind of like a 10 frame, but there isn't necessarily 10 there. So we don't call it a 10 frame. This is why I took a time out there to make a graph, okay? So this is called a graph, and basically what this does, it kind of organizes our information and tells anybody that's looking at it, you could tell a lot quicker how many triangles that we have and how many squares that we have, okay? So each box, we fill in one box for each triangle and one box for each square, okay? So we need to count. Remember, when we count, we either touch them, or if it was you're doing it on a paper, you could put a slash mark through them to make sure you've counted them all, okay? So here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So on your graph, you would color in 6 squares, okay? So I'm just gonna do it kind of like this so you can see. So 1, I'm gonna do it kind of messy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And notice I'm counting while I'm doing that to make sure I've got the right number, okay? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles, and that's what this graph tells me, okay? And then I do the same thing for the squares. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go back to my graph. There's your squares. How many do you have? I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I've got 4 squares. So now I really don't have to like count this or look at this anymore. I could just look right at this nicely organized graph that organized our information. Looking at this, I can just count how many squares were filled in. There were 6 for the triangle, and then we had 4 for the square. And it's an easy way and a much simpler way for my eyes to see the information that we found out. okay? We use graphs all the time. When I do my work, I use them all the time. Graphs or charts like that, we use them all the time. Okay, and I think at the bottom what you would do is, of your paper anyway, I think it just has like a triangle and a line, and here you would just write the number. How many triangles did you find? And then it also has like your squares. How many squares did you find? And you would count them up and actually put the numbers of those two shapes that we found. Okay, so there's kind of some multitasking going on here with this problem here today. Okay, you're not only sorting, but then you're entering the information into a graph, and then you're also doing some counting. It's 3 different things you guys are doing. It's the end of the year. You guys know how to do. We've had experience with all of those things, so you guys are good at it. So you just get to practice and put it all together. Okay. All right. Fabulous job. If I look at my graph really quickly here, if I look at my graph, can I see what did I have more of? Yeah, you can. Because look at, see these 2 that are extra over here? Yeah, so that tells me I had more triangles than I had squares. How many more did I have? Remember when we matched them up? Look at, do those 2 have a match to go to? No, they don't have a partner, do they? So you say you had 2 more triangles than you did squares. Or if we talk about the squares, I could say I had 2 less squares than triangles when we're comparing those 2. Okay, so kind of a lot going on here, a lot of different things that you could practice, okay, at your house. You could make graphs of things around your house too. That's always fun. All right, one other thing that's in your work today I want to show you really quick. Back to my Quaker Oats. Remember we looked at that cylinder yesterday? I think it was yesterday, yeah. And then the cylinder here ran out of coffee, had to buy some more coffee at the store, but that's another cylinder, right? But I want you to show you, because on your paper today, you're kind of reviewing and going over the height of things, okay? And if you take a look at these 2. Look, they're about what? Is one taller or one shorter? No, they're about the same. So we say those are the same height as one another, right? And then, how about if I pulled up this little cup? How about that one? Yeah, that one's shorter, isn't it? So we say that this orange one is shorter than the other 2, right? Our Quaker Oats and our coffee. And then we can say that the coffee and the Quaker Oats are taller than, right? You can see that, right? They're taller than my orange cup. See? But if we put the Quaker Oats together, set them on the right thing, they're basically about, see that? They're about the same. That's called the same. Okay? All right. So just some review. I know we've talked about those things before, but the things we've talked about, you can't forget either. So every once in a while, we'll kind of remind you to make sure you remember. Okay? All right. Well, I think that's it for today. That's our wonderful Thursday. And I will see you guys tomorrow on Friday. I'm going to try to have the meetings today. I will be in the classroom, so I'm going to kind of take a peek in there and see what's going on, see how much we've got to do, or I've got to do in there. And so we'll see if I meet with you guys today. I might just bypass it and meet with you guys tomorrow, okay? So I will send you a note on Seesaw, all right, if you already looked at this. Otherwise, have a great evening, great afternoon, great morning, and we'll see you on Friday. All right, take care. Bye.